what are your goals for 2012? This year, I will engage my creative side, learn something new, play more with friends. We've got all that and then some today on The Express.
Canada's best handyman.
On today's show,
I think the difference between other reality shows and Handyman right now is that there's definitely no hardcore makeover scene.
Jillian Harris and Scott McGillivray talk about their brand new HGTV show.
I didn't expect the types of things that I saw.
We wanted to go beyond the juice and the condiments.
The surprising treats sake can be made into.
A lot of characteristics that can be enjoyed.
If I were to give somebody a tip for the new year, it's just start.
Fitness trends for 2012 that will make you want to work out. And later, quality assured collision road trip in Kelowna. See that and more local expressions.
Welcome to The Express, only on Shaw TV. I'm Johanna Ward. Today on the show, we're at a super cool store in West Vancouver. It's Nognz Brain Fitness. This store is filled with all kinds of games that help improve brain function, including this one, a Japanese skill toy that's supposed to work on my coordination, and currently is my nemesis. By the end of the show, I'm hoping to be able to do that without using this hand. Anyway, up first, we have a preview of a brand new show that's airing this week on HGTV. And the first episode was shot right here in Vancouver. I think I'm going to break it.
For Weekend Warriors, it's the chance of a lifetime.
We brought you all together to find Canada's best handyman.
This is going to be way harder than I thought. There were a few that just blew me away.
It's a brand new reality contest, Canada's Handyman Challenge, judged by three of the biggest names on HGTV, Mike Holmes, Brian Baumler, and Scott McGillivray.
It's kind of like Handyman Idol. Mike Holmes is totally Paula, obviously, right?
Leaving the role of Ryan Seacrest to host Jillian Harris of Extreme Makeover and Bachelorette fame.
So are you more nervous to meet me or them?
I think you.
Oh, nice. I think the difference between other reality shows and Handyman right now is that there's definitely no hardcore makeover scene.
The show started its search for the ultimate handyman or handy woman right here on the West Coast.
Vancouver really blew us out of the water.
For the auditions, the show takes a different approach than other reality shows.
So I look at this, I just see a piece of wood. As a designer, you probably see endless possibilities.
I also see a piece of wood.
Do you? Yeah, okay.
The competitors were asked to create something out of a sheet of plywood.
This is impressive. We gave people tons of freedom to bring in whatever they wanted, as creative as they wanted, spend as much time. I didn't expect the types of things that I saw.
No, get out of here. Why not?
Were you impressed in episode 1 or in season 1 with what they made?
I mean, it was insane. Things that you would never have thought of.
Now, something we did think of, the potential for contention with 3 HGTV heavyweights on the same judging panel.
Are you married?
No.
Because if you were, that wouldn't be in your bathroom. Sorry.
You might think, ooh, I don't know if they're going to get along, but we worked together on this project. Don't get me wrong, there were times when we had our differences, and I definitely voiced them. I feel like the two bald guys ganging it up on the guy with the hair once in a while, but we managed to come together and make some pretty good decisions.
Look at I've got a whole bunch of yeses here.
Although not everyone agrees with the judges.
I really felt like the East Coast maybe did better, but hey, I am also not the judge.
In her credit, in her new role as host, Jillian learned a thing or two about tools.
Crowbar? I don't know.
Is actually a stiletto.
No.
Yeah.
That's how I got convinced to go on the show.
I told you I'd bring you a new set of stilettos.
As for her expert opinion of how this show fits into the landscape of reality TV,
Scott and Mike and Brian all have a different perspective about why people should watch, and theirs is really, geared towards people who are truly into, the construction zone. But for me, I think I saw it from a different perspective. It was actually really fun and funny.
I think you'll be surprised to see the results.
Okay, you guys, this is it. Stop building.
to see who makes the cut, watch Canada's Handyman Challenge on HGTV. In Vancouver, I'm Johanna Ward for The Express.
Canada's Handyman Challenge. It premieres tonight, Tuesday, January 10th, 10 p.m. on HGTV. Of course, I know you'll PVR it because you'll be watching The Express as it airs at the same time. And we want to know what you think of the show, so you can talk to us on Twitter at The Express Fan. Let us know if you agree that Mike is the Paula. And any idea where Jillian is currently calling her hometown? Well, we'll be taking a road trip there later on today's Express. Now, as I mentioned, I'm being thwarted by this Japanese game. So up next on the show, instead of games, we're talking traditional Japanese drinks and meeting a local man that's taking sake into the future. This is really hard.
It's what Masa Shiroki does every week, stirring sake mash and appreciating the sweet fruit-like aroma that comes from it.
Aromatic, fruity, apple, pear, melon.
The first-generation Japanese-Canadian has been making sake or rice wine for just 5 years, but what he lacks in experience, he makes up for with his commitment to quality.
Well-made sake is as good as well-made wines, and it has the complexity, it has a lot of characteristics that can be enjoyed.
Masa follows the same tried and true brewing techniques his forefathers utilized hundreds of years ago, and the result is clean-tasting yet flavorful sakes without any additives.
They're all classified junmai sake, which means pure rice sake, made from 3 ingredients only: rice, water, and yeast. Can you zoom in on this?
One of his most popular wines is the Junmai Namagenshu, the Cabernet of sakes.
Can stand up to meats, absolutely not a problem. If you like blue cheese, in my opinion, it's the best pairing.
There's also the Junmai Nama Nigori, a white sake perfect for white meat.
It's kind of cloudy. It's also creamier as well with a lot of acidity, so it goes with pork and chicken.
But tradition can only get you so far, and that's why Masa is using kasu, or the sticky rice left over from sake brewing, to make innovative new products like juice and chocolate.
We wanted to go beyond the juice and the condiments. I wanted to go into confectionery area. This is a rice plant.
And he's taken the DIY approach one step further by growing his own rice near Ashcroft, BC, in an effort to make his product 100% local and 100% Canadian.
The Japanese tradition being introduced in North America, in Canada, would evolve, would change, and it'll blend in with the Canadian culture, and that's the fun part.
It's Masa's hope that one day sake will be as commonplace as Merlots and Chardonnays, but right now he simply takes pride in bringing a little piece of Japan to the place he now calls home.
Nihonjin no kokoro, meaning the heart of Japanese.
I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
During the New Year, the Japanese like to drink a special type of sake called toso, and it's thick and sweet like eggnog. The website is artisansakemaker.com, and it's open daily on Granville Island. Now, I'm here at Nognz Brain Fitness in West Vancouver. I've put down the kendama for a minute to play with this game. When we come back from a break, we'll tell you why it's so popular, and we'll share these stories. This one's a little easier for me.
The hit musical Jersey Boys. Why it has Vancouver audiences on the edge of their seats.
It's an absolute global phenomenon. You come to see the show, you'll see why.
Quality assured collision road trip explores an Okanagan fan favorite.
That was fun.
You're watching local TV on The Express.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward.